So, good morning, boys and girls. I'm calling this video "Whoops, I Did It Again" because I did it again. I'm buying a new motorcycle. You know, I've had so many, and I've done videos of many of the motorcycles. My Harley 1200 Sportster. I think I did videos of my Street Glide. Certainly of my my Harley Switchback. And then of course I had the Riker, which I just thought was the coolest thing ever when I bought the Riker. Loved it. But then you get these bikes and then you realize there are limitations. You figure out what they don't do well. And the Riker was not good for any kind of distance or highway riding. So then I bought this beautiful Honda CTX1300 Deluxe 2014 and absolutely fell in love with it. It's a gorgeous bike. Wonderful sport touring bike, but you know, having had that for a few months, I start to realize its limitations. And its limitations are, first of all, it wouldn't go off-road. Any kind of rough pavement, the front suspension was very, very harsh. And again, it's another big bike. You know, it's 700 pounds of motorcycle. So I started researching, you know, what can I buy that's going to what can I buy that I can take off-road, because I want to go down these dirt roads and do a little bit of trail riding. And also, you know, as you get older, and let's face it, I'm old, it's not about ripping, you know, your arms out of its sockets anymore. It's not about impressing girls. It's not about, you know, dressing up like for Halloween like some kind of outlaw biker. It's about the joy of riding, just the pure joy of riding a motorcycle, which is joyful. I get on a bike, I don't feel any pain. I can't describe it. It's nothing like being in a car. So, I did a lot of research. Honda CBX500, Honda CB500X, and particularly the model years, I think 13 to 2018. I've heard 2019 is not as good as the previous generation. So anyway, I'm up here right now. I'm in Shelby, North Carolina, where I found a 2015 with 19,000 miles on it. A lot of the upgrades I would put on it. They tell me it's in perfect working condition. So in a few minutes the dealership's going to open up and I'm going to go pick it up. So check this out, boys and girls. Honda CB500X. It's a 2015, I believe. It's got the LED lights, brand new tires. He's got the Yoshi pipe on there. It's got the wind deflectors, bark busters, luggage rack, givey tank. Awesome. So I'm gonna, and a center stand. So I am freaking delighted. I forgot to bring my helmet up here, but I'm gonna ride it around his parking lot, make sure the brakes work, but man, done deal. And so, boys and girls, what we have here is not a failure to communicate. What we have here is a brand new Honda, brand new for me. It's got 19,000 miles on it, but brand new for me, Honda CB500X. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Listen to this thing purr. Listen to this. Oh, look at that. Yoshimura pipe, and he's got the bark busters on there already, the Givey quick release tail pack. I understand there's handlebar risers on here, short ones. Look at that sucker. So get ready for some dirt, fellas. So right now I'm gonna go try to register this thing, and of course I shouldn't be riding it, but I did. I transferred the insurance, so I'm going straight to the tax office in the DMV with all my paperwork, and we shall see if I can get this guy totally legal right now, so that'll be the end of it. I don't have to worry about this weekend or anything else. So obviously I just got to be a very, very careful little fella on my ride, because it's a new bike and I've had a long day. 200 miles drove this thing home. You should have seen me taking this off of the oh, okay, that's in the back there. Yeah, you should have seen me trying to take this off my truck. Holy crap, was that scary. Almost as scary as putting the CTX on my truck, which was equally terrifying. Let's see if I can make the gate. Woohoo! No ABS on this sucker, and new tires, so yeah, you stomp on the brake and what you get is a sliding rear tire, and I'm guessing I'll have a similar thing go on if I try to hit that gas too hard. So I am all about being careful right now. A cute little smart car, they're so cute. So, it's smooth and it's comfortable, and I'm loving it already. A little chilly. I should have put on another layer, but you know, I'm a kid at Christmas time. It's almost Christmas time. So yeah, it's definitely wind. This windshield, I'll tell you, nothing will ever be as comfortable as my Honda CTX1300. That bike was freaking comfortable. But this one's gonna need foam hand grips. Gonna have to move my throttle lock over. I'm gonna have to mount my phone, and actually handlebars look a little twisted to the right, so that's a little sketchy. I wonder if he hit something, but I don't know, dude. If those forks are bent, we're looking at a 200-mile trip back home. I mean, not back home, 200 miles back to North Carolina. So I'll be interested to see what this feels like if I hit some potholes, hit some bumps. But yeah, so far, man, I like it. The seat is definitely tilted forward. A little bit of buzziness in the bars at 60. They say that, you know, you're going to find sweet spots and fuzzy spots, and so you just have to figure out where the sweet spots are as far as any kind of long distance cruising. I did alright on the deal. I got this bike and $1,500 back for the CTX. It's alright. This is fun. is not down with this, I can tell you that right now. I've got the windshield extender, but I think it's too wide for this little screen. So there's a lot we're gonna have to work out, but number one, I'm just trying to get this thing legal. It's a little stiff, I'll tell you that. A little stiff with the suspension. Now the front on this 2015 is, front forks are not adjustable. I'm sure I can do preload on the rear. I was kind of a jerk. I kept the shock adjuster tool that I got for the CTX because I thought, you know, I'd be kicking myself if it turned out I needed that same tool for this guy. Seaboard Avenue over here is always very bumpy, so we'll give that a try. I like the motor. I like the motor a lot. It's no V4, I'll tell you that. It's no CTX1300, but I like it. I like the sound of it. Nice, positive, clunky transmission. I like the transmission. What is the deal with these forks, man? They are just the littlest bit off to the right, and that's the kind of stuff that'll drive me crazy. I think it would drive almost any motorcycle guy crazy. I can barely flat foot it. It's a little bit more on the balls of my feet, but that's good. I want to be up in the air. That's part of the deal. Is this pitted or just, no, those are bugs, so I can clean that windshield. That's nice. High beams work. Both blinkers work. Good. Yeah. There's no flasher. We don't flash here. Flash means go ahead and kill me in the United States. It doesn't mean I'm passing. It means go ahead in front of me. That's what it means here, which is certain death on a motorcycle. Make sure the Givy pack is closed because it's got all my documentation in it. So yeah, man, very excited. Wonder what my how do you scroll through this? Oh, here it is. 77 trip A, miles per gallon. What's going on there? 1.5. Wait a minute. Trip A, trip B. Huh. Miles per gallon is all blanks. That's really strange. Maybe he reset that? That's interesting. Maybe that was like nobody's business, so I'll just reset it. Seems odd. Oh man, we don't have a left-hand turn here on a Friday afternoon. We're doomed. We'll never make this left. Oh, you gotta go, man. There's nobody there. You have to go. What's going on? Holy fucking hell, man. Holy fucking hell. Pardon my language, buddy. Pardon my language, but good Lord. Was just sitting there at the light. Wide open turn available. and freaking Geico tells me, oh, this is more expensive to insure than the CTX1300. So this costs a third as much, a half as much in, today's used market dollars. So it costs half as much. It's got a 500cc 47 horsepower motor, and Geico says this is more because they classify it as a sport bike. Unbelievable. No gear indicator. I've never cared about gear indicators. People go nuts because when they don't have one, it's, I go by feel and RPMs and sound. By the way, that Yoshi pipe sounds great. So I don't know. I saw some guy at $35 gear indicator he put on. You gotta program it and then you're pretty much all set. So yeah, I might put a gear indicator on here. Very comfortable seating position except for that tendency that's sloping forward. I've never understood why any motorcycle has that sloping forward seat, because you're going to spend 95% of your time at a more or less constant speed. And for that, you want a flat seat. You don't want to be sliding forward. It's, maybe 5% of your time is accelerating from a stop, or to pass somebody. Why the hell do you have a forward slanting seat for 5% of the time when 95% of the time you're going to be sitting flat? Don't get it. But this is a bike that's so cheap and easy and should be fun that this is a bike I'm expecting to put money into. I'm expecting to upgrade this little baby as time goes on. So, maybe I change the seat, and certainly I add certain accessories. Now, one thing I did do, I love the sound of that pipe. I had the guys who I bought it from. Where the hell am I now? Urgent care. This is what I want. This is where you pay your taxes around here, which I know because I just had a whole fiasco with my CTX about that. So let's see if we can't get this thing legal at least. That'd be a good start today. Yeah, it's a great little size. I like this bike, man. Alright, we'll see how it goes. So, boys and girls, she is registered, legal, paid for, and ready to kick some ass. Look at this. What the fuck? This guy's wiggling. They both wiggle. We'll find out what's going on with this bike. We'll find its little oddities. This bar is definitely bent though. I wonder if he bent it first and then put the bark busters on it. Interesting. Very interesting. I think it might be the bar that's bent, but it might be the triple clamps. Hard to tell. I'll get used to it. If there's no mechanical issues, I'll just get used to it. thought I was supposed to have, well, there's average, 48.9. What the hell? Everybody else is talking about 60, 70. How does this guy have 48.9? Is that something that can be zeroed out? No. That doesn't make any sense at all. Now, I understand he only used it for commuting, which is the absolute worst for gas mileage. And already we're a lot better than my CTX, but still, boy, I expected a much better number than 48.8 or 9. Interesting. Feels good in a corner. That's plenty of power. You know, power to weight ratio, I think this is better than the CTX. It feels like it pulls even better. I'm going to put quite a few miles on the pavement before I get this into the dirt, but as soon as we get a warm day and I get a little bit of time on this thing, dirt roads, here I come. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, this is fun. Very strange laugh. Brand new Conti Attack tires on this. Those are very much street tires, if I'm not mistaken. But my plan would be, just out of economic considerations, would be to let's put 4,000 or 5,000 miles on these. Basically, let's wear these out. And then when I get my next pair of tires, that's when I will consider maybe getting something a little more like 70-30 road to dirt. Get something with some knobbiness to it. It's a little bit chilly out here. This thing does not tell me the ambient air temperature, so I'm going to have to buy a little thermometer to stick on the handlebars. Something I can read, preferably. Not a big fan of these mirrors, so I'm going to stick on the mirrors that I pulled off of the CTX. They look a lot better, and I think they're going to work every bit as well. Get that done. This handlebar is so skinny it won't take my X grip from my phone, so I'm gonna have to figure something out there, because God knows I can't find my own butt without a GPS. This a lot. Me like it. Me like it. So that's about 5,000 RPM at 60. But the thing redlines at 8.5. There's 73 at 6,000, 75. I think I'll do the foam grips. Take that little bit of buzziness out. definitely in the wind, and I'll tell you, I had eliminated all the wind on my helmet on that CTX with that extended windscreen. Now this might be on the lower setting, this windshield, or it might be on the higher setting. I can't tell. Actually, it looks like it's on the higher setting. And that might just be causing more buffeting. See, let's see. Yeah, the wind. Well, where's that wind? I can't tell with all these cars around. I'll figure it out when I don't have cars around. I do have a clock, which is nice, but I wish I had ambient air temp. That's something I really like to know. Woohoo, look at me, I'm in the dirt, woohoo! That feels good. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Alright kids, bye-bye.